Snow geese are small white geese which breed in the Arctic. In the northeast U.S., we are accustomed to many of our summer birds going south for the winter. And then during winter, we realize, oh, wait, the northeast U.S. is south for many of the birds which breed in Canada, especially the far north of Canada. And so snow geese can be observed in our area in winter. This is part of their winter non-breeding range. In Orange County, New York, the Wallkill River National Wildlife Refuge is the most reliable site to observe these winter birds, although you can temporarily observe flocks residing elsewhere, such as at the Mount Carmel Shrine or Davidge Park in Middletown, or at 6.5 Station Sanctuary. We observed a flock making their way back north on their migration route last spring. But this sighting of a snow goose at the 6.5 Station Audubon Sanctuary was a little unusual because it was a bit earlier in the season than we are accustomed to in November, and this snow goose was by itself, although it was associating with mute swans, Canada geese, and mallard ducks. Geese in general typically aggregate in flocks, and that is certainly true of snow geese, although one can occasionally observe a snow goose by itself. One year at the Wallkill Preserve, there was an injured snow goose. Its wing was obviously injured, that was not able to fly back north, and one could observe it during spring. Why might this goose be alone? Possible reasons could include injury, but given that it is in our area a month and a half before perhaps expected, that may not be the best explanation. If it were molting, it might not have been able to keep up with its flock and gotten separated. It is also possible that this is a young bird which hatched this past spring and struck out on its own. Just a quick note for birders. In addition to a bird's general coloration, there are other cues that one can use to help identify it, one of which is size. And if you could think of the birds that you were very familiar with, like mallard ducks, Canada geese, and mute swans, you can see that this snow goose is far closer to a mallard duck in size than the geese or swans. And so very often if you see birds in a distance, if you can use relative size, that can help you with your identification.